The whispers had dragged on for weeks, but on a grey Tuesday morning, the rumors finally became reality. Mason Cole walked into a federal building in New York, flanked by his lawyer and two stone-faced agents, and the message was clear: the kingpin of their operation wasn't fighting anymore, he was cooperating. Word spread like wildfire, hitting blogs, Twitter, and private group chats within hours. The narrative shifted instantly. Mason wasn't the untouchable mastermind anymore. He was a rat, a traitor, the kind of man who would burn down everyone around him if it meant saving himself. And at the top of his burn list were two names that instantly sent shockwaves: Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Inside the sealed room where Mason gave his proffer, the details spilled out. He spoke about money transfers disguised as appearance fees, about private jets carrying more than luggage, about secret accounts funneled through offshore shells. But it was when he brought up Cardi that the feds leaned in. Mason painted her as the face who gave legitimacy to dirty deals, the celebrity who made shady transactions look like endorsement contracts. For Stefon, the betrayal cut even deeper. Mason described him as the muscle and the middleman, the one who kept things moving behind the scenes, keeping the operation alive when others panicked. By the time Mason was done talking, the feds didn't just have theories, they had a roadmap. They knew where to look, what accounts to subpoena, and who to pressure next. For Cardi, the first sign of trouble came in the form of a frantic call from her lawyer. "We need to talk now." Mason gave them names. Cardi's stomach dropped. For days she had convinced herself he would never dare drag her into this. She wasn't just a friend, she had been the one to put him in certain rooms, to connect him to people who boosted his reach. Now that same history was being weaponized against her. Stefon got the news in a colder, more brutal way. A reporter he trusted sent him a message: "They're saying you were named." "Bro, watch your back." Stefon didn't respond. He just sat in silence, staring at the screen, his fists clenched so tight his knuckles went white. For a man who built his career on control, this was a nightmare he couldn't outrun. Online, the fallout was immediate. Hashtags like #MasonSnitch and #CardiExposed started trending. Memes flooded the internet, painting Cardi as the mastermind of a rap money laundering empire, while Stefon's image was plastered next to captions calling him the NFL Cartel Connect. Fans didn't know what was real, but the spectacle was too addictive to ignore. Behind closed doors, Cardi scrambled to protect her image. She told her team to prep a statement but demanded they leave her name out of anything financial. "Make it about family. Make it about music. I don't care what you do, just keep my name clean." Stefon, however, chose a different route. He started making calls, desperate to find out who in his circle had given Mason the ammunition to sink him. If he knew all that, somebody fed him, he snapped during one heated conversation. Trust was gone, paranoia was running wild, and Stefon knew the feds were already circling. And as the industry watched Mason Cole walk out of that federal building with the faintest smirk on his face, one thing became clear: Cardi B and Stefon Diggs were no longer fighting rumors. They were fighting the US government, with Mason himself leading the charge against them. If you're enjoying the content and want to see more like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it helps the channel grow so I can keep bringing you even better videos. Thanks for being part of the journey.